Hello, so welcome back to another week in the markets. So this is my FTMO dashboard for the phase 2 account. As you can see, the start date is still 3rd of September 2025. For this week, my current equity is about still at break even. This week has been a swing. I took a few trades on the first day, you can see on the 29th September, and I made a small profit on Wednesday as well. So I took a total of 4 trades. This week has been a break-even week, but actually I noticed that some of the trades were mistake and not to be taken. I'll go through them now. So mainly I took 4 trades this week: Bitcoin, Swiss, Euro, and Pound Swiss. So let me go through it. So the first trade I took for this week was this level right here. I'll mark it out in blue color. So you can see it acted as a support one time and support another time. So I decided to take a position using this box right here, this pink color box, and I will stop out very quickly. So, and this position was actually filled during the weekend session, so that's something that I'll be keeping notice of in the future. However, this trade actually, not a thing about it, because there was no daily bias for the trade. You can see on the daily time frame, there's no engulfing candle or 3 consecutive weaker reactions. So there was actually no daily bias for the trade. So usually when there was no daily bias for the trade, I have to target a first trouble area, which for this case should be probably here at best, or maybe here. Maybe the green line is the first trouble area. So if I target here as the first trouble area, my risk to reward is actually insufficient. It's not more than 1. So this trade maybe should not have been taken, because originally when it was consolidating here, the risk reward was still not too bad. Originally it was still around here, but after the weekends it put in a high and consolidate further. I should have removed the position, so I think this trade should not be taken. So end up I target the lows, which I think was incorrect, but the position was filled when I was asleep, so I did not get to manage the trade, and I took a loss for this trade. Yeah, that's my first trade of the week. Subsequently I took another trade on dollar Swiss. So I took a position right here using this blue line, and so it's a 2-touch level, acted as resistance twice, right? So I took a position around here, and my stop below this candle. And similarly, like the Bitcoin trade, but there was no daily bias. You can see there was no engulfing candle, and there was no 3 consecutive weaker reactions. So I decided that this trade was also inappropriate, because the first trouble area should have been a H1 low time frame level, but there was no such level. Like, let's say for example we consolidated here and then a quick spike down, at least I can play to these highs, right? But price just grinded into the entry, so this trade should not have been taken. So I was actually awake when this trade was filled, so I end up cutting the trade around this level here, this candle around the 1000 level. I cut my position for about 0.7 loss, after I noticed that it was quite similar to the Bitcoin trade, where there was actually no valid take profit area, so this trade should not have been taken. Yeah, end up I cut my position for a loss. On the same day I took a same trade over here on euro dollar. this trade. Similarly, there was no high time frame level, so I decided to play to the first trouble area, which is here. So actually this was a one touch level plus 0.5 feet and H1 level support. So there was a first trouble area right here, which is where my take profit went. So you can see price opened here, and there was a quick spike at the 800 candle with no retest. No retest in there was no retest, so there's a gap here. There's a gap here. So I was expect, and after we tap this daily level, this is a daily level, right? You can see this is a daily I'll remove the Fibonacci. This is a daily level. Alright, after we tap the daily level, price did not reject strongly and continued to grind higher into the blue line, which is where my entry is sitting, and then it rejected and just went to the first trouble area, which is the green line. Yeah, so this is the three positions I took for Monday. I think the first one, Bitcoin trade, and the Euros and the Swiss trade should not have been taken, because like there was no such these like gaps. I need this quick impulse into the level so that I can take profit. You can revisit this trade. See if this candle right here, the Friday candle, just drop right down into the level, then the first trouble area would have been around here, right? This black line have marked, then maybe my position could have been something like this. But since price just keep grinded down, there was actually no first trouble area, hence the trade should have been passed. Yeah, that's so after losing on Bitcoin, I noticed my mistake on Swiss. I cut the trade, and for Euro dollar, I noticed that this was a valid setup, hence I took it. So this was actually not an easy trade for me to take. In hindsight, it was easy, but after having two consecutive losses on the same day, I was battling with doubts myself, whether am I able to identify what is the entry criteria and what is the take profit selection that I should be taking. It was not easy, but I'm glad we pulled off the trigger, and this was a valid trade. And the last trade I took for this week was Pound Swiss. You can see over here. Pound Swiss was quite the level itself. So this was a daily level. This blue line was a daily level, and my stop was here. Yep, this was a daily level. You can see price flew up very quickly, and there was a naked H1 level marked by the pink box, and my take profit was just right here. My take profit was just right here. This equal highs right here. So why did I select this as my stop loss placement? Because this candle was the trust candle that closed through the hourly naked low and also the daily low. Even though it's not a very strong candle, but it closed through, so I decided to put my stop right there. Usually I might put my stop wider. Here, but for this case, it already ran a lot. Price already traveled 95 pips, while the average true range is only 58 pips. If the price traveled 58 pips, maybe I might go for a wider stop. But since we have already traveled so much, I didn't expect price to go further, so end up just take a shot right there, and that's my take profit. That's the 4 trades I take for this week. This is a very beautiful setup. And I was thinking maybe I'm exploring, not thinking. I'll be tracking my stats in the future. Then maybe for such trades that exceed the average true range by such a huge amount, 58, like if it exceeds by maybe 1.5 or 1.3 or whatever metric you can use, you can maybe actually considering taking profit right at the average true range area, which is let's say 58. And this trade would have been, instead of 1.2R, it would have been about a 3R trade. So there's a lot of potential. Yeah. So that's it for all the trades I've taken this week. So some forecasts for this week. Some forecast for this week is I have here this box right here. This is 0.32 Fibonacci and a one touch reaction with so I need the average true range, so I need price to consolidate and drop down quick, then I can play it to somewhere here. Okay, so I need price to come down quick. It can't grind down, so if it grind down, then I will not have a valid take profit level similar to the Bitcoin trade over here. It was grinding up. I have another one in Ethereum, very similar. This is 0.5 Fibonacci. I need price to come down quick, then maybe I might play to here or here. Yep. So another setup I have is on I think Euro Yen. Yeah, this is a 2-touch trade and there was no Fibonacci, so I need the average true range, so maybe price consolidate here and it spikes up and then maybe I take it to here. So the first touch here and the second touch here. Another one is a EURUSD, same small hourly pin bar. As a small hourly cluster, price drop quickly. I'll play it to maybe here or maybe here, but is it the valid take profit? Is the risk reward more than 1? It's more than 1, okay. Am I considering taking profit right here or maybe at the last week low? We'll see how price develops. Yeah. And another one I have is pound Swiss, a 0.618 Fibonacci and a one touch reaction. Right, so I still need the average true range. So if price consolidated and came up quick, then maybe I might play it to here. Yep. Aussie New Zealand is very nice level as well. 0.5 Fib. Need to come down swiftly. It cannot grind down. It cannot grind down like this. Grind down, then there will be no take profit level. So I need it to come down swiftly. Yeah, I need it to come down swiftly, then I can play it. And the last one I have is dollar yen. Yeah, it's a one touch level. It's not one touch. This is just a hourly cluster. So if price consolidates and go up swiftly, then I'll play it to here. Right. So usually a lot of mean reversion trades, and to run positions I need either daily buyers or some 3-weeker reactions, but I don't have those, so I'll be taking profit right at the first trouble area, and the first trouble area the risk reward need to be 1 for it to be a valid trade. So that's my trade criteria. So this week has not been the best week. It's a break-even week. I took 2 positions which I was not supposed to be taken. Not very pleased with it. So hopefully next week all the trades taken will be valid setups. This is start of also the October. I have 3 more months to make it. Let's see how we do. Let's trade properly this week. I'll see you guys in the next one.